Hey, welcome to the virtual campground. We are so glad you are here.
Yes, we are.
Normal kind of deal. Give us a sound check. Let us know you can hear us and that everything is looking good. We're experimenting with a couple things: lighting, camera, and low latency. So a lot of technical stuff going. Yeah, low latency, lighting, and camera.
I should post the picture. You would not believe the stuff.
Oh yeah,
we have right now.
Pro level. We are.
Yeah, he's taking it to a new level.
Yeah. If we can't have consistent internet, we're at least going to look good while we're frozen.
But we're hoping. Yes, thank you, Ellie. Thank you for noticing my Halloween lights, and I'm wearing black. I couldn't find any. I didn't have any like ears or anything. Shocking.
No, I'm wearing red and black in honor of Halloween.
You have a little bit of black, I guess. No, not really. No, orange. Yes.
So we are so glad you are here.
Thank you, Johnny. Sounds great.
Got a great show for you tonight. Who says that? Johnny Carson? I don't know who says that.
You're going to date yourself, so don't. Move on.
So we've got a lot to get to. We've got Less Junk, More Journey waiting for us in the green room.
Yes.
So we're excited to talk to them specifically about Nomads Near Me. If you haven't downloaded that app,
download it now.
Don't leave the show.
Well, they could download it on their phone.
Can they?
While they're on there.
I don't know.
Everybody has more than one device.
That seems very complicated to me. But yeah, so if not now, then after the show. Don't leave the show though. Download their app. It's super cool. Coming out on Android someday soon.
We're gonna talk about that.
That's right.
Yes, Liz. Spooky fast. It's pretty fast here, and it's making me a little nervous. But it is spooky fast, and my tech person seems to think. I keep losing my pen. My tech person thinks that he can jinx it. That's okay. Don't worry about it.
I gotta get the pen. All right. So, we have so much to do.
Yeah, let's get on with it.
So stop talking? Yeah. Is that what you're wondering? Okay. All right. So where are we today?
Today we are in Mount Ida, Arkansas at the Mountain Harbor Resort.
Get out.
It's not quite as resorty
no.
as we thought.
So here's the deal. So I have to leave town to go do a photography workshop for a couple of days. And so I said about 2 months ago, I'm going to set Debra up in a resort and spa, and on the internet it looked fantastic, and they've redone their RV slots from then, and it's not bad. I mean, we got a nice view out our windows here.
We can see boats,
and it's lovely.
And docks.
Yeah, boats and marinas and stuff. Boat stuff, and so it's not as awesome as I thought it was going to be, but it's perfectly fine.
It is perfectly fine. Hey, Scott. Okay, Charlie's saying that we have 48 watching and hit that thumbs up and turn it blue. I don't know what the blue means.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. What does that mean?
What does that mean, Charlie? Teach us.
We're new to this, so we have no clue. Yeah, right. But whatever it is, let's turn it blue. All right.
So Barry has left me in a lovely spot, or will be leaving me soon in a lovely spot. The spa, by the way, and he will be taking the Jeep, so I will be carless, but it's okay, Mom, if you're on there. But the spa that he was so excited to have me near is I think about 5 miles across water. So it's
take a water taxi.
I'm sure. So we'll see.
All right. So
and the question of the week is: what is your favorite Halloween treat?
Favorite Halloween treat?
Candy.
I don't really have one. I think any candy that's chocolate that's given to me is just fine.
Yes,
really.
That's right.
And those marshmallow things, way over. Is that a Halloween treat?
No, that's Easter.
Oh,
the
Easter.
Peeps.
Way overrated. I'm just going to say right now, I'm going to get out ahead of it. I know it's not Easter, but those are way overrated.
I'm sure they have a peep for Halloween now too, though. Marketing.
Snickers.
Snickers
are a good one.
I like that, Liz.
Yeah, yep. Snickers are a good throwback.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else?
I know, right, JJ? Candy corn. What?
No, candy corn. Way overrated.
Though I did see a picture the other day.
Said candy corn. We got to fight.
I did see a picture. I should have gotten that picture. I saw a picture of candy corn, I guess how they make it. And it actually looked kind of cool. I've only ever seen it in tiny little pieces. So, okay.
Scott Shipman says candy corn is the best. Oh my gosh. We're going to have to do something about this. Okay. All right. So any shout outs you want to do?
Shout outs. I thought we were going to do Barry's Corner.
Oh, well, we can do that. We can do Barry's Corner. So we have a new segment. It's called Barry's Corner. Okay. So I have to work on an opening for that.
Yes, you do.
So I have a few things. I have them written down in my book.
By the way, I don't know what's going on right now.
Yeah, no. This is I didn't
surprise
tell
to all
her.
of us.
I didn't tell her what was going on. So here's the deal. I have a few things to say. One of them is I want to give a shout out to WeBoost, Wilson Electronics. So we have the WeBoost. I have it over there. I can't grab it, but it's the booster for cell phone. And we use it every now and then, it's indispensable. It doesn't work all the time, but when it works, it's great. And so I had a little bit of a problem with the cord, and I just sent their support line an email, showed them a picture of the cord, and I said, is this a problem? Should we do something about this? And if so, how much would it cost? They said, yes, that's a problem, and we need to get that replaced. We're going to ship you a free antenna immediately. And I was blown away. That's a $200 antenna that they just shipped to me because I said we had a problem with the cord.
That's great
customer service. That is fantastic customer service. And I had an alternate customer service that happened with another product, a photography product. And I just needed a small case that I'd lost. And I bought $200 worth of filters from them. And they said, sure, we'll ship you one for $5. I mean, come on, a $200 antenna for free, and they want to charge me. The other company wants to charge me $5.
Well, $5 is not that much.
Well, no, it's not that much.
But it's a customer service.
Yeah, it's a customer service thing. All right. Second thing I'd like to discuss in Barry's Corner. Rocket Man. We saw Rocket Man.
Oh my gosh.
And this has been bugging me ever since we saw Rocket Man. Now, for those of you that haven't seen Rocket Man, I'm not going to spoil it for you. It's the Elton John biopic. The song Rocket Man. Mm-hmm. He doesn't know what science is, or he doesn't know much about science. It's just his job 5 days a week. Yes. That has been bugging me ever since we saw the movie.
It has. He made me look it up.
How can it be your job 5 days a week
and don't understand science? I don't know.
And
and thank you very much, because I had just gotten that out of my head, and now you've put it back in my head.
Finally, in Barry's Corner, shout out to Debra and the Otts at A Fearless Venture. They have been working their tails off getting this website launched, and it has been incredible. And I just wanted to publicly thank you for all that you're doing. I don't know if the Otts are out there.
Brian is.
Brian, okay, yeah, that's right. Brian's out there. So just wanted to publicly thank the Otts and my beautiful wife, Debra, for the launch and all the work that you've been doing. It has been incredible.
Thank you. I would say most of the work has been on the Otts. Way of the work has been on the Otts. But yes, and speaking of, we have been, y'all, last week heard that we launched forums, which is part of the new thing on the website. And there were some technical difficulties, so to speak, as people were registering. So if you had any difficulties registering, just know that you do have to confirm on the email, and then it might go to your spam. It can lock you out if you've done it multiple times. So don't do it multiple times. Just ask for a new password instead of keep trying. And what was the other thing, Brian? And so I think
just
that's
keep
it.
Trying.
Just ask for a new password. Don't lock yourself out. Yeah. But yes. But speaking of forums, shout outs to the folks that have registered. We have many of you that have gone on and already registered, and we appreciate that. The Kempers and Jeremy and the Hoppers. And Greg has started a new topic already on cooking, and
barbecue.
He is going to be the moderator. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So thank you, Greg. And April today asked if we could add a topic for education. So for the people that do at home schooling in the RV,
kind of thing.
Homeschooling. She is a teacher.
Yeah.
And so she wanted to start one on education to share information about that. So
that's
awesome. Is getting started too. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. So get out there, register for the forums, and get out there and start populating that with information so we can start sharing all this knowledge.
We will make sure we have a good tip every week from the forum. That'll be great.
Yeah.
It can be a new corner.
Yeah.
All right. We ready for the news?
I think so.
Yes, Johnny, try it again.
All right. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Welcome to Debra's News.
Oh, That was much nicer. Okay, well, big news. So you might have heard there's a big voting election going on, right?
No,
yes,
there's not.
There is. And it's been quite on both sides. There's been a lot of things thrown back and forth. But the results came in last week and 747 has won.
What? Oh, the bear, number 747?
So, yes. So there is the Katmai National Park and Preserve has every week in Alaska. It has every year a Fat Bear Week. And so people vote back and forth for which bear, they have a bracket system, which bear will be the fattest and gain the most weight to go into hibernation.
That is too weird.
Isn't that funny? And so this year was a big year for the bears. They put on record pounds because there was a prodigious record-breaking salmon run in the major river feeding the preserve. And so 747, which, is kind of a pretty good number because that's the name of an airplane too. Yeah, so he's as big as a plane. So
that's good.
That was it. So, and then also speaking of national parks, we got some bad news this week in that Kara and Nate, who many of us know, they were fined this week for running a drone and videoing in a national park and then putting it on their site because their site is, of course, for profit. So this is just something for everybody to keep in mind, that if you are going to film in a national park, please be, you need to either ask for permission and get a permit or not put it somewhere where you are trying to profit from the national parks. It is one of the rules.
Yeah, exactly. Be aware.
And as Barry knows, because he is drone certified, you are not allowed to run a drone in national parks at all. Right. And a lot of times in state parks. So just know that as well, because those can also be a big fine. Yeah,
if they can find you, and often they do, they will. It's a serious fine. I've heard fines as high as $10,000 for flying where you shouldn't fly. The FAA takes that stuff extremely seriously.
Very seriously. So, okay. We've also been hearing a lot about fires lately, and sadly up in the Fort Collins area, the fire has been growing, though they had about, according to our son who lives up there, about 12 inches of snow. So that's hopefully helping it to get put out a bit. Yeah. But they have closed all of the national forest land up there in the Latimer and many of the other counties up there. So folks that maybe were thinking about going boondocking or camping out there, just be aware and definitely check it. It is, in fact, the closure started on the 21st, and so it's a day by day whether they will open back up.
So we need a lot of rain, a lot of snow to fall.
Yeah, we need all the rain that we're getting here to go to Colorado.
That's true. Yeah. Arkansas doesn't need it.
No. And then on good news, the annual Western monarch butterfly has started their migration down into Mexico. So they should be heading over Baja and Mendocino County in California. So they are headed down to Mexico for their one-way trip where they then lay their eggs. And then those butterflies come back up next spring. But in case you wanted to try to see the migration, now is the time.
Down in Houston, where some of our employees are, they're actually getting their houses invaded. The backyards are full of trees, are full of butterflies. It's kind of fun.
Kind of pretty though. And just in case you hadn't heard, daylight savings time ends this Sunday at 2 a.m. So you will fall back.
Can't we just get rid of all that?
Except in Arizona, apparently, where they never change their clocks. But yes,
we just need to get rid of all that sort of time-changing stuff, and just because.
And he says that because this week he had a client that said, Mountain Time. But she didn't mention she was in Phoenix, Arizona, where Mountain Time was 2 hours behind us instead of just one.
Yeah.
So
crazy Phoenix people.
Crazy Phoenix people. Okay. Shall we bring on our guests?
Absolutely, we should. I would like everyone to give a warm welcome to the talented Nate and Marissa from Less Junk, More Journey. Yay! Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
Hey, welcome to the virtual campground. We are so glad you could join us.
Thank you.
Excited to be here.
Yes.
Thank you.
Looks like you brought a few friends with you. We're seeing some new names in the chat, so that's awesome.
Oh, good. Yeah. It's always nice seeing familiar names and faces. I see some new ones too, so that's exciting.
I saw the dry campers on here. They're actually like parked next to it.
Oh,
so-
Oh, no kidding. Oh, that's
Oh,
too
fun.
funny.
I love that. Every now and then we'll have that. We'll be parked next to somebody and we'll have the show. And in fact, in the last place we were in Oklahoma, we told them that we had the show, and then they left us and went over to another campground and watched like 3 of the videos, and then got on the next week. So it was kind of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. In fact, there he is, Steve Dinger.
There you go. Hey, Steve.
So excellent. Well, first of all, tell us where y'all are.
So we're back in Tennessee. Our videos are still showing Michigan, but they're actually a little bit behind. So we rolled in here a couple of weeks ago because we usually get back for,
Holidays.
Hensley loves Halloween. So Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, the grandparents would kill us if we weren't around, for that kind of stuff. So
Yes.
Settling in for the holidays.
yes.
Okay. So, and y'all do travel with 2 children, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We
Yes.
have Hensley, a 6-year-old, and JJ is 18 months.
Oh.
Which I saw a JJ in here, so I don't see JJ's very often. So I love that.
Yeah, JJ is a good friend of ours.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's our son's initials too, JJ. We called him
That's
that for a while, but then
Yeah.
he decided to
No.
Mm.
Oh, that was back when JJ the jet plane was so
so popular. Yes. Yes. So tell us, how long have y'all been traveling in an RV?
It'll be 6 years.
Yeah.
Now. We're in our 6th year. I think it's officially 6 years in May, I think, of next year.
Okay.
So almost 6 years, 5.5, something like that.
So you started out with Hensley, right? Just
Mhm.
yeah. And
She was kind of part of our motivation.
Mm-hmm.
So she was one of the reasons that we started looking into downsizing because we wanted to spend more time as a family, and so she was kind of the inspiration behind it all. And then we kind of stumbled upon RV living. We were just looking into downsizing, and then we're like, "Ooh, you can put it on wheels and travel? Yeah, let's do that." So that's kind of how it was born.
okay.
Yeah.
And what do y'all travel in?
It's an open range fifth wheel right now, around 40 feet.
Okay.
We've had 5, 6.
We've had a lot.
We got a lot of different RVs, about an RV a year, it seems like. It's not how it actually works. Some of them we kept 6 months and some of them we kept 3 years. But yeah, currently 40-foot fifth wheel.
Yeah,
Okay.
you were traveling in an Airstream. Yeah, you were doing that for quite a while or some time.
That was the 3-year.
Yeah, we thought we wouldn't make it a year in that. It was over 3 years.
Oh wow.
We loved it.
30-foot Airstream. So
Yeah, that's
Then we had our new addition. We call him our Alaskan souvenir because
oh.
we accumulated him in Alaska. It's way better than a magnet or a t-shirt.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
That's awesome.
Much more, and it comes with more memories to have.
That's
yes.
right.
absolutely, the gift that keeps on
It's an extremely expensive souvenir, though.
Yes.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah,
We
magnets
love
are way cheaper.
Magnet.
Yeah,
Get a magnet next
yeah.
time. That's so funny. And then your YouTube channel, did you start that right away?
No, we're both introverts. I don't know. We just kind of mainly started filming for family and friends, and then people watched, which we were amazed, and kept asking for more, and so we kept producing more. And then I just kind of said, hey, there might be something here. Do you want to just put a lot more energy into this? Because it's really hard to wedge your way into the YouTube space without really wedging out a lot of time. So I let go of some of my clients, and she took some hours away from work. And but yeah, it was probably a year before we started filming. And the first year on the road is what we should have been filming, is the ironic.
Yeah.
That was a nightmare. That's some good. That's what everybody wants to see. They want to see the train wreck.
Exactly.
So unfortunately, we didn't film till a year in.
6 months.
6 months. We still reference all the stuff that happened the first 6 months.
Yeah, all the lessons learned.
Yes,
That's what they're called.
absolutely, yeah.
Lessons.
Oh yeah. It's hard to film your first 6 months RVing, but if you can do it, it's memorable. Yeah.
It's entertaining. Yeah. And so you had other jobs and then started doing that. Did you have experience being in front of a video camera and editing?
No, I
no.
I've spoken at churches and stuff like that, but no, nothing.
Okay.
We didn't know anything. We had I think we started with an iPhone 6 and a GoPro 3, and and that was just because we were just filming for family. And
Yep.
Had never filmed, never camped.
No,
So we're
it was
let's live in a camper and film it.
Awesome.
Why not?
Yeah.
Our plan wasn't,
Good
that
for
wasn't our
you.
plan. Like, hey, we'll become YouTubers and that'll pay for our travels or something. No, we had other forms of income, and that was the plan.
Yeah.
Initially.
Wow,
Okay.
that's awesome. Good for you, jumping in and figuring it out.
Mhm.
Yep. I'm sorry, I was looking at the chat. Dry campers are saying they didn't know YouTubing your RV life was a thing. It's gotten to be a big thing. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. And absolutely. Okay. So what I really want to know about is Nomads Near Me.
Yes.
I love it. First of all, I say I'm a
great
fan.
App. Yeah.
Yes, my dream is that we'll have a badge one day that says the virtual campground on your group.
Got to figure out how to do that.
Well, I'm sure they could.
We know somebody.
Yeah, they know somebody. And I think by the way, I love your badges too. I think they're really pretty. I was saying to him, I think that makes it much more fun, and they're really pretty. Did y'all design those? Did you have somebody design those?
Grace, I think my developer's wife, Grace Lawrence. So if you ever see or hear that name, she designed them. She did a great job.
Okay, she did. They're fun. Yeah, well, I have 5 now. I'm excited.
Let's step back and talk about the app, though. What? Tell us in your words what the app is and how did it come to be? Why is it there?
So when we started, our first year was very lonely, especially I think if, being a family, there weren't as many families on the road. And so we would go to campgrounds and you can meet people, but sometimes finding the right person that you really connect with can be difficult. And I think it's even worse when once you do connect with somebody, you're like, well, we'll see you around and hope that you never know. I mean, and you find out later, sometimes you cross paths. There's nothing worse than having somebody you cross paths with on the interstate or something that you're like, oh man, we didn't know. Or maybe you're like, within 30 miles of each other. So I think that's how it all started. We struggled with that the first year. There was a real pain point in that. We said, let's make that, because I think this really helps people just starting off a lot. People that have been RVing for 5 years, 10 years. I mean, it still helps them too, but it can get, that's something people don't talk about a lot. It can get lonely RVing sometimes. And that's what this is. There were apps and resources to help people connect virtually, I think, maybe through forums or through chats and stuff like that. But there really wasn't anything to help people connect in person. Yeah. And that was our goal. And that's the struggle that you guys mentioned before, is how do you help people connect in person and yet, keep it secure. And so that was what a lot of the discussion and a lot of the thought went into.
Yep. That's exactly why we love the virtual campground, is that sense of, that was the same thing we sensed. That we were feeling isolated and we wanted a community. So we wanted to try to build this to be a community. And your app is awesome because it keeps us in touch with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was just so many times we had said, I hope our paths cross. And we wanted someone to come up with this app so bad. And finally, I think we just...
It's sort of like the YouTube. They were like, we didn't want to spend the time and energy. It's a lot. It's different than a website. It's so much. It's a real pain.
Yeah.
And the hardest thing, it's good and bad, but the hardest thing, honestly, has been Apple's. They've really gotten strict on the regulations the last 6 months because a lot of people have abused security by tracking stuff. You're starting to see all kinds of companies having to go to court and stuff over the stuff they've done. But because these companies have abused the rights they got, they were tracking people's stuff in the background and then targeting them with ads based on where they're at and stuff like that. So Apple really cracked down on that, which is good, but then it's kind of bad because that's why if you have an iPhone all the time now, you're seeing it pop up. This app's using your stuff. You want to keep letting them do it. That's been hard is again, just teetering the security on it and stuff like that.
And your app doesn't have ads on it.
No, we decided early on, and this isn't a promise it would never have ads, but I just felt like, again, we didn't really develop the ad to like get rich and be sitting on an island somewhere or something one day. I mean, we developed it to help people. And to me, the ads were just going to take up screen space. I think the long-term plan to maybe make some money, because we have to make some money,
right?
Because there's a lot of time.
Yeah.
There has to be something there to keep it going. One of the long-term plans, which should be exciting for you and your community, like we're eventually going to create where you guys can create an actual group where people can click a button and say, I only want to see people on the map that are part of the virtual campground. Yeah. And that's exciting. And there's something cool about that too, where you can see, because we're excited about that too. You can see your community on the map and know where they're at and connect with people maybe in a better way. So I think long-term it's working with brands, working with companies, rallies, for instance. A lot of brands have rallies. And people may not even know. Our first rally we went to, we didn't even know it was going on.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
It was an hour away, and we're like, oh, wow. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a lot of stuff going on that people don't know about, and they can be connecting with.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So, that's always been a challenge for us in the beginning, especially was, how do we connect with people? And it's fascinating that you took the initiative and did this, and it is a tremendous amount of work.
It is a lot of work.
And tell us from the time you said, okay, we're going to do this, going to make the commitment, to the time you launched it, how long did that take?
Do you guys remember the eclipse that happened?
How long ago
The
was it?
eclipse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were sitting around a campfire with somebody, and you're asking, well, what do you do for a living? And he was like, well, I'm a developer, for somebody else. And I said, well, let me tell you about this idea, and you just tell me if it's stupid or not. And it was at the eclipse, So I'm telling him the idea, and he says, that's a great idea, And we didn't go back and forth and say, well, let's work together on this or anything. And we kind of went our separate ways. And like 3 months later, he calls me up and says, you know what? Let's build it. Yeah.
Wow.
I said, let's do it. And that was like 3 years ago, So it was a long, hard process. We had the app. This is some of the stuff when you're building an app you don't deal with the website. We had it totally done, I don't know, maybe a year ago. And then Apple changed all their policies, all their settings. At first they said everything was okay. Then they said that it wasn't. So we had to go back and rebuild like 75% of the app over again. We almost didn't keep going.
Yeah.
That was really tough.
Yeah.
That they said it was okay and then came back and you're at the mercy, of the people making these, but they were cracking down more, and it forced us to, kind of pivot with what we're doing. But yeah, it wasn't like a website. I mean, I've done some websites, and if it took 3 years to build a website, like you probably need to, hire your.
Yeah, exactly.
Then we got it finished, and then a pandemic hit.
And
We're like,
and we're like, well, do we release it? Because we're like, hey, we got something to help you meet people in person.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about that, but you're right.
It got delayed again.
Yeah.
But turns out it's been good. I think we were worried
awesome.
about COVID and this, but I think RVers were already RVing and already knew how to. And that's the cool thing with RVing that you guys know is you can still meet people and connect and not be like, hugging and shaking hands.
Right.
And you can stay 6 feet apart at a campfire and you're outside. So it's good. I think it's been good.
That's
so
awesome.
Just to be clear, it is a free app for those of you that don't yet. It is a free app. There is a pro level though that is a great way to support you guys and help make the next.
That's mainly what it is.
Yeah,
that's mainly what it is. Let's be clear.
Let's be clear. Yeah. I mean, there are some things that come with it, but that it's really this idea of helping you get to the next level with the apps if people want to support you, right?
There will eventually be more pro features, but right now, honestly, 95% of the app is 100% free. You can connect and just go, and it'll the core of what the app does, helping you connect with people, will always be. We hope to always have that be free.
And then tell people a little bit about this idea of it helps you connect. How does it help you connect?
So again, I think so. I think before you could talk to somebody online and maybe try to figure out where somebody was at, but then maybe they're already gone. Or we've seen people try to use Google Maps in different ways, and it just never. I don't think it ever would have worked for people to manually update their location constantly because people they got too much to think about. I mean, they're still mad and worn out from parking the RV and getting in their site. I mean, they don't want to get their phone out and say, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah.
So I think that just it wasn't working. A, because people moved and they weren't actually there anymore, and then B, because you hoped they were there and they weren't. So nothing was ever accurate enough. So I think that's really the core of what we were going for with the app, was to differentiate ourselves to being something that just builds those in, because we could. It's really hard when you're developing something new. I think that's almost the hardest part, is to have a focused direction with it, because we could have gone a lot of different directions. We could have had chat rooms with this and forums, and there's a lot of stuff we could have done that honestly would have been way easier than the GPS tracking and figuring out a way to randomize it and make it secure. But we decided to focus on those things. We wanted to be the best app to help you meet RVers like yourself in person. That's the goal.
That's really one of the keys, is the GPS tracking, but not in an invasive way that, they're parked not right next to me, but it's general way. Okay, I can see these people in this general area, and then you can have a smaller group of your friends or whatever that
that they'll know.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, to see, okay, they're over near Bozeman, and I can drive over there.
Because that's what we wanted. You want to know someone's in your general area. Like you said, you don't have to be able to go up and knock on their door. That's not what the app is for. The app is about looking in your general area and seeing if your friends show. I mean, the first week we launched the app, we had 2 of our friends in our campground.
Oh God!
I mean, it was a big campground.
They thought it was a quirk in the app. They're like, you've got a quirk here. It says you're here, and we're like, no, we are. Like, we would have had no idea that our friend was even in the campground.
Wow.
And there was 2 there because it was a large campground. And so you can kind of see who's in your general area. But once you accept that friend request, that randomized location gets smaller. So you still will never see an exact location of anybody, even your friend. But it kind of narrows that radius down so that it's more specific to the area once you're friends.
Well, there's two levels of security, really. You've got your top level that everything's randomized by 30 miles. Like, it's going to be pretty tough to find somebody who's randomized by 30 miles on both sides. So it's up to 60 miles total. And that's the list view you see. But then once you become a friend with somebody, it narrows down to, I think it's like maybe 5 miles or 7 miles. It's still a pretty good radius, but it's not nearly as big. And that was the challenge. How do we help people find people and yet not freak everybody out?
What do you mean by randomized?
So when you look on the list view right now, if you're not my friend, we haven't taken the time to get to know each other, I don't trust you. We are actually in Cookeville. We're in Bloomington. It's called Bloomington Springs. I'll go ahead and say, but we're actually in Bloomington Springs. But on the map, it might say that we're in Nashville, Tennessee, or that's too far away. But it'll say that we're in a city that's possibly 30 miles away.
Okay.
So if somebody just got in their car and said, "Hey, I'm gonna go find Let's Drink More Journey," it says they're in this city. First of all they have is the city name.
Right.
Second of all, that's not even the city that we're in.
Right.
And so if somebody finds you, you probably have bigger issues. I mean, because I don't know, they're probably got a tracker on you or something.
Yeah.
So that's
That's
what we mean by randomized. It's not showing the exact place you're at. And then once you become friends with somebody, a pop-up comes up, says, "Hey, heads up, you're still randomized, but it's not as much anymore. It's actually pretty accurate." But that's okay, because you don't I don't want my friends to be, randomized where we're possibly 30, 60 miles apart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the cool thing to find out if you want to be friends with somebody and maybe reach out, it has things like interests, like craft brew, photography. It has all these neat things. Plus, as you were saying earlier, do you travel with kids? And, good high level in things that tell that I have an interest that you might have and we might get along well, or at least share information together.
Yeah.
And you can also check out their social media if they link their social media to the account. So you can go and you can look, and I mean, you can get a pretty good idea of like, oh, these people have interests that we have. Their kids are the same ages, and you can kind of see if it's a good fit to meet up. And it's good. Like, we've been doing this 6 years now. So we have met quite a few friends over 6 years that is spread out all over the country. So it's really nice that now, like you said, we don't have to say, "Hope our paths cross," or you text every few weeks, "Where are you at now?
Yep.
Where are you at now? Where are you at?" So this way you can even not just meeting new people, but you can keep track of those relationships you meet along the way. And that way you don't miss each other, because we've had that happen too.
Well, and it gives you alert. If you cross paths with a friend on the interstate or something, it will alert both people and say, "Hey, your friend's in the area." So that's kind of cool. Like, you can get an alert if you happen to be the same thing. That's how we knew our friends were in that campground. We got a pop-up that says, "Hey, your friend's in the campground."
Or in the area.
In the area. And we're like, "What?"
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
And so also one of the questions that came up from the group was Apple, Android.
Yes. Same. So I guess numbers, just give you an idea, because I know a lot of people think it's like a website, but like, it took us about a couple of years, probably without the delays and everything, to get Apple done. If you just paid someone to make this app, it would have been probably like $10,000 to $15,000. Same thing with Android. You're talking another $10,000 to $15,000. So instead of doing that, I've got a developer who's doing it on the side, along with his full-time job. So it's just taken a while. We're working on Android. I've had to put a number on it, maybe 25, 50% done, something like that on it. But it is in the works, and it is coming. And the group features I talked about are coming. And we've got lots of ideas. The ideas aren't the problem, usually.
As I tell him all the time, it's not about ideas. It's about time to do the idea.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's like, which ideas are the most powerful and how can we get it done?
Yep.
So I didn't realize
Android is super high priority.
To do an Apple app, you can't take some of that and use it in the Android app. You're writing a completely different app from scratch.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a little faster because at least we already know the if then this, we know how things work together.
Yeah.
So it is faster, but yeah, it's not. There are ways, and some people on here might be coders and know this. There are ways to write stuff where it works on Android and Apple at the same time. But the research we were seeing showed us that, because we're doing GPS tracking and a lot of stuff, that we wanted this to work offline too. If somebody's going to a national park, when they come out, it needs to pick them right back up. And a lot of the stuff we wanted to do needed to be written this way. So even though it's taking longer, we feel like long term it's a better call.
Yeah.
So
Good.
I don't remember because I don't have a dog. I don't know the answer to this question. But one of the things that came up was, does it tell whether or not you were traveling with pets? Is that one of the
I think that's
interests?
one of the
I think we didn't have
filters.
pets, so I didn't look for that one. But
Yeah.
I feel pretty good. If we don't, let me know because that
Yeah.
needs to be on there for sure.
Because she was saying,
I think so.
yeah, because the dog in us is saying that she would love to use it to find play dates for her puppy. So
Yes.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
feel pretty confident that's on there.
yeah, okay, good. So she can start doing that as well. I'm trying to see if we have any other questions
We've
about the
had
app.
quite a bit going in the chat.
Yeah, lots
here.
of people downloading it and they're enjoying it. So that's cool. Whitney, I don't remember who told us about the app. Was it Whitney? I don't remember.
Yeah, somebody down. So one of our
I don't-
friends, maybe the Aughts. They're always cool and hip with
Yeah.
technology.
So but yeah, all of us downloaded, and so yeah, and if somebody has downloaded it, please reach out and let us know.
Yeah.
And make us your friends.
That's right. Darn it, whether you want to or not.
Whether you want to or not. Okay, another question that came up that really is not Nomad related, but I think has to do with your YouTube. He wanted to know how you learned your storytelling skills.
I think that I was talking about, I was a youth minister for 7 years. And so I spoke quite a bit, and I found story was just a great way to connect with teenagers, adults, anybody really. I mean, everything you watch and do is story. So I think some of the practice with that probably came from that.
Okay.
I don't remember who, but someone back in the chat gave you props. Oh, Mark Ellis said, yeah, your B-roll footage is awesome. So there you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And that's B-roll. B-roll's tough because if you don't do B-roll right, it's really horrible. Like it can actually take away from the story, if it's too shaky or what you're B-rolling has nothing to do with, there's actually a story. Good B-roll has a story within itself. You're revealing, when I come up and I've got Hensley's boots and I come up over it and there's a wave coming in, I'm telling a story. I'm saying, hey, look, take your shoes off and do this. And, you're taking, there's actually several stories there, but
yeah.
There's story within the B-roll even.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Cool.
Very nice.
Very cool.
We're hearing that there is not a dog button. So
We need to add the
All right.
dog.
All right, we'll take care of that.
Yeah.
I know a guy.
I don't know. It's someone saying two dogs and their family is saying this. I don't know. Can they be believed? Someone that's called two dogs and their family. I guess they know what they're talking about. Two dogs and their family.
And we had a question. If you get a friend request from someone who looks like a spammer, is there some way to report? And I believe you have some reporting mechanisms, right?
He was going to put it in there. I don't know if he put that in there yet. If not, again, let me know about that. But we definitely do want to report. Now, you can block. That's been in there since the beginning. So you can go ahead and you can block that person for sure. But I think the reporting thing is good to have. And we have had that. It's just part of life now, unfortunately. I think I got 3 spam calls today. I mean, it's just frustrating.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But they can send a message to us on Let's Junk More Journey and we usually get that.
Yeah,
figured out pretty
don't be afraid because you're helping the community by doing that. Because if they sent you something trying to sell, whatever, a prince in Nigeria trying to give you $1 million or whatever, but Nathan at letsjunkmorejourney.com, don't feel bad about telling me about it because we want to know because they're probably sending that to other people too.
Well, and of course you're on the app, so I can also reach
Yeah.
out to you
We are.
on the
Yes,
app.
we are.
Yeah, you can send me a message.
Let's Junk More Journey or Nathan Moss.
And about that, when you launched the app, you encouraged people to connect with you on the app. Are you going to keep that up? Because if this goes to 3 million users,
I think the long-term goal, because it's fun, it's really good because we connected with a lot of people going to Michigan. But we're not naive. We know long-term, in order for us to move around, probably long-term, we'll have to do something different eventually. I think what we'll do eventually is create a group of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
We do have, a group we call Team Journey. That's a lot of our, just the core of what we're a lot of what we're doing. And so we may create a group for them and then continue through that.
Yeah.
We'll see. And I think it's what a lot of brands can do. They can create their own group and do things with it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, makes sense.
Yep, absolutely. And are you getting a good reaction? I mean, do you have a lot of, what do you call these, subscribers, downloaders? What do you call the people on the app?
Yeah. How's it going? How do you feel about it?
Probably users. I think it's going really well. I think we had some numbers in the beginning of what we're looking for. I don't know exact. I know there are thousands on the app. As far as the number, if you go to the list view and just start scrolling, you'll be scrolling a long time. And so that's really good. I think it's been harder than we expected as far as getting features out and getting Android done. I think that maybe has been harder than we expected. But as far as for us at least, we feel like it's been because that's how I define the win. Are people connecting with people in person? And we get stories of people doing that. So that's the goal.
Yeah, that's great. And that's got to feel good. And I applaud you guys for taking the initiative and doing it. And we appreciate it.
And How We Roll wants you to call the folks nomadics. Nomadics? Yeah.
Call us.
They think that the users could be called nomadics.
Oh, nomadics. Oh.
Nomadics.
Oh, that's
okay. And we're thinking about some merch and stickers and stuff like that too. That way, if somebody puts a sticker on their RV, you would know that they have the app. And,
oh yeah.
You know, so we're looking, nomadics.
QR code.
Nomadics.
There you
go. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to share with us about Less Junk or about the app?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I appreciate. It was fun talking to you guys.
Yeah.
You've got great personalities for this. So you're gonna learn that.
I keep telling her that. I keep telling her she's awesome.
Well, definitely. Well, and I think I said this before. We'll put this in the show notes for sure. How to download it. I think I put it in my Sunday newsletter too. I mean, we think it's a great app. It's one that we've been wanting as well. So I'm so glad y'all made it. Yeah. And our next goal for you, besides of course a group, our other idea would be that we would love to be able to actually see where people are going to be in the next quarter, so that we can sort of plan our trip. Yeah. So,
And besides the virtual campground badge, I mean, those are the two requests.
Those are only two. I'm sure you could whip that out in a weekend.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Nate, Marissa, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Great catching up to you.
You guys have a great Halloween with those two little ones and a great holiday.
Cherish the moments.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Y'all take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys.
That was awesome.
Oh, they're so sweet.
They are such a fun couple. Yes. So cute.
That's why their videos are so adorable. Their children are adorable, but they're adorable too. Yeah. So that helps. Exactly. So absolutely wonderful. So I hope that you guys got your questions answered and you're downloading the app, and definitely connect with us and let us know. So I know, Teresa, a TVC app badge would be so cool. Dream. So I'm sure that they're just going to do that. Free stalking, Shreg. Only Shreg. No. That's Shreg. Why the security's there.
No,
Shreg.
That's right.
Okay.
Block you.
Yes. Okay. So we have a game.
Oh, we do. Oh my gosh.
Because it's Halloween, we have a game.
We do have a game. So you want to tell, before I bring the game up, do you want to tell them a little bit about the game?
Yes. Okay. So y'all get your thinking caps on, and the delay is much shorter today, so hopefully we can do this in a timely manner. And we have an actual prize besides internet points.
Oh, what's the prize?
It's exciting. We have we got new stickers with the new logo, and so if you're the first one in the feed that gets the word right, you'll get a sticker. And there's 8 questions, and that means we could have 8 winners.
That's right.
You'll have to email or direct message me with your address.
Yes.
So let me know that.
Okay.
But anyway, what is going to happen is the word's going to come up, or words are going to come up, and you have to unscramble it into a Halloween related word.
Do we have a timer on this? Should we do a timer? I think we should do a timer.
Okay.
Because
10 seconds.
10 seconds?
5 seconds. It shouldn't take. Well, some of them are a little hard.
Yeah, exactly. Well, some of them are very hard. Hell, I had the answers in front of me, and I couldn't figure some of them out. Okay, let's do this. All right, you ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. Here we go. First one.
Ink
pump. Well, that's already done for you right there. Ink pump.
No.
That one's easy.
There is a Halloween-ish word that you can make out of this. So, you unscramble the letters and make a word. Pumpkin, Drew is right.
Oh my gosh, pumpkin. Drew Benton, you get a sticker. Look, this was not set up. Drew is our son. We did not give him the answers ahead of time.
No, we did not.
All right.
But see, everybody got it. Okay, so pumpkin, fast.
This group is much smarter than I am. I can tell you that.
All right, the next one, right. So pumpkin. And the next one, apron alarm.
Apron alarm.
Apron alarm.
That's just silly. Apron alarm.
No, fair. I know Teresa.
There was no,
like he wasn't going to get a sticker already.
No, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we'll give it to Shrek because he was the second one.
I see 20 answers before we even see the word. Oh, well, sorry about that. Yeah.
We're trying.
You're going to have to move somewhere with better internet.
Mhm.
Although I empathize with you.
Yeah.
Because we have not had our luck of websites. Internet. Yeah, whatever they call it. I don't know what they call it.
All right. Anybody got apron alarm?
Apron alarm. Apron alarm. It's a tough one. We may have to. No, Doug.
Doug's a little behind.
Yeah, a little behind there, buddy.
Apron alarm. Oh, I wish I had written this down so I could give you all a hint.
I could do it real quick.
No. All right.
Hey, we want to do it?
No, we're going to have to share because
yeah,
we cannot. Too much
we
delay.
cannot compete. Okay, yeah, too much delay. Sounds like, we don't know. It sounds like paranormal is what it sounds like.
That was one I couldn't remember that one. Sorry, I'll try to do better to maybe give a hint.
Dual corn.
Dual
These are
corn.
fun.
They're fun. I know they're kind of fun. Just
fun
the words
words
themselves
without-
before. Yeah.
All right.
Boo, Joanne says. Sorry, Boo. Are you booing me because it's too hard?
That was my nickname in high school. Maybe they're just
They're calling out you. No, Doug, maybe
dual corn.
would do that.
I think these are really difficult for me, but that's
Brain teasers. I know. Pumpkin was probably the easiest one. Shrek says pumpkin. Does Dracula work? Dracula doesn't have an O in it.
Yeah, but it's close. It's close. Dracula, which is a female Dracula.
No, that'd be
in Mexico.
Dracula.
Oh,
Bob
Guccione.
I don't think that's right either.
Oh, that's an old throwback to a high school joke. Nice going, Doug. That's a joke for one person. Well, two, you and me. Okay, well, we may have to go through this.
I'm gonna go get the.
She's gonna go get the key, the answers.
Okay, so I don't remember what dual corn is.
Yeah,
See,
we're gonna have to give them.
We're
gonna have to give them. Hints.
Yeah.
Dracula. Okay, that's a third for Dracula.
We can give it to Dracula.
Yeah, we could give it to Dracula. All right.
That's not the right answer though.
Cauldron. Boom.
Cauldron. There you go. Very good, Ellie.
Oh my gosh, Ellie. Okay, Ellie.
Ellie, you really earned it too.
Yeah, that's good. So Ellie, send us whatever address you want us to send us the sticker.
To Texas.
Oh yeah, we'll see you in Texas. Yep. Okay, Joanne. Yes, you're right. Cauldron. Okay, the next one.
Couch soups.
Couch soups, which is a horrible soup, by the way. If you ever see couch soup on the menu, don't do it. All right. Any hints?
I'm trying to remember. I remember couch soups, and I remember thinking it was a really good one too.
I could bring it up over here. Maybe. Couch soups. Couch. Hocus Locus.
You're so close. So
Hocus.
close. So close.
Wait, dogging us. Okay.
Steve, you're so close.
Yeah, Steve, you're really close on this one, I think.
Yes, you are. I remember now.
Hocus Pocus, outside the hacienda.
Hacienda.
All right.
That's
Hocus Pocus. Well done.
Very good. Okay.
All right. So
Hacienda.
Outside the hacienda. So yeah, send us your address, Debra.
Steve got auto-corrected. That's probably true. Okay. So we'll give it to both, Steve.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Next one. Scary Band. Yeah, that's Rat. Rat in the 1980s was a scary band.
Larry, you got it right.
Yeah, Larry.
Whitney's still Cauldron.
Whoa, Whitney, what kind of internet do you have,
really,
Whitney?
are you that far back, Whitney, that you just said Cauldron, that you just saw it? That's interesting. You'll have to let us know.
Oh,
I know, right, JJ? That is the Halloween movie, and Barry's never seen it. Okay, anybody got Scary Band?
Do we have the hints?
I have a hint.
What is it?
Do you think people need a hint for Scary Band?
Oh my gosh, yes, people need a hint for that.
Well, Trick or Treat.
Trick or
is your
treat.
hint.
Trick or treat.
If when you say trick or treat,
Smell my feet.
give me something.
Good to eat.
Mm-hmm.
That's way too few letters for that.
But what is the good to eat? Drew,
Candy
that's
bar.
it. Candy bars.
Oh my God! Did Drew get another one?
Yeah.
Holy smokes! This is where the Purdue education kicks in. Yeah. All right. Candy bar. Steve Dinger was next. Outside the okay. So people
Those
are
same
people are
bands,
getting
yep.
it. Black
Nice job.
Sabbath. Black Sabbath was a scary band. You're right. Okay. Mob size.
Okay, this one's
Mob
I think pretty
size.
simple because the letters in it. I mean, there's not too many words. And remember, Halloween, mob size.
You make that sound simple.
I try.
Candy bars. Candy bars. Yep, you're right. We're on to mob size now.
There you go, Nancy.
Zombie.
Nancy got
Woo!
it.
Nancy. Well, technically it's zombies,
Right.
but we'll give it to you,
give it
Nancy.
Yes.
Nice going. Metaphor.
Shrek, nice. I like that. Yeah, zombies.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh, lots of people got that. Glitter pose.
I like just the glitter pose part of this.
Yeah, that's Madonna, or is it Cher?
Going back to Elton John, I think it could be Elton John.
Yeah, that's true. Glitter pose. So what's a hint for glitter pose?
Glitter pose. A hint would be there was a movie named this actually.
Yeah. Oh.
Poltergeist. There you go, Teresa.
Poltergeist.
Very good.
Teresa got it. Whoop whoop. You get a free sticker.
And the last but not least, knee slot, which actually
hurts.
is very good hint just in itself, really, for what it is.
Oh, really?
Sort of, yeah. Knee slot.
I don't remember.
Knee slot.
Okay, knee slot. All right, knee slot. Sounds like something that you would have done at a doctor's office or
You
something.
would, yeah.
Elton John. Okay, this is a.
He's still on scary.
This
There
is
you
a
go.
Hollywood.
Drew. Yep.
Oh, for crying out loud, Drew.
Drew and Nancy got it.
Drew.
Yep.
How many stickers do you need, Drew?
So we have winners of Shreg, Ellie, La Hacienda, Nancy, Teresa, and Steve Dinger.
All right. So
you
how do you want
guys
them
send
to...
me an email at Debra at the virtual campground, and we will with your address, and we will send you a sticker.
Whoop.
Drew needs one for every water bottle. Yes.
Yeah, these
Drew.
are fresh, hot off the press. We don't have them in our hands, but we had them shipped to a friend's house who's going to bring them to me this weekend. And so we're ready to sticker the world.
Sticker. We're going to send you stickers. So
All right.
that's exciting. So that was it. Oh, one other thing about Halloween. I found these pictures online, and I just want to share them with you guys. This guy puts out
That's
about...
incredible.
Yeah, he puts out 275 of these pumpkins every Halloween.
275?
Yeah, he used to do it on real pumpkins, but now he does it on foam pumpkins so that he can reuse them every year. But he puts them out in his yard so people can see them.
That's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
That is very cool.
These are just a few of them.
It's
very
kinda scary.
intricate. Kind of scary, but good.
But yeah,
Nancy, the email address is Debra at thevirtualcampground.com.
that's Debra.
Oh, yeah, Debra.
Not the complex Debra.
No.
The simple Debra.
The simple.
Debra at thevirtualcampground.com.
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah, you'll have plenty of stickers. Yeah, this is all you're getting for Christmas. Really stickers. So you'll have plenty of stickers. We're going to put a sticker on a T-shirt, and we're going to call that merch for you. All right. So yeah, this has been a great show. Thank you so much for being here. We really, really appreciate you. Appreciate
Hope we got you
your
a
support.
little bit in the Halloween spirit.
Yep, absolutely. Everyone have a good, safe, socially distanced,
yes, he did,
physically
Teresa.
distant.
He called me simple.
Oh my gosh, Teresa, you are just trying to cause trouble.
Johnny and Teresa always trying to cause trouble. Doug says I'm so far behind he's afraid the show's gonna be over. Not quite, Doug.
Yeah, that's sort of how Doug went through life. Just kidding, Doug. Just kidding.
You too, Ellie. Thank you. I didn't get to see your face, but it's good to talk with you.
Yeah.
Ready for crossword now. That's right. Yeah. I don't know why we have that lag. We even shortened it. So I don't know. The folks
shouldn't have any
have
lag.
bigger lags.
Yeah.
I know it. We will not be around next week,
Oh,
Scott.
yeah,
so just
yeah.
so you'll know, we're taking a break next week because we were sure you wanted to watch all the election fun.
Yeah, so here's the schedule. So tonight we're going to have Less Junk, More Journey on. And then November 3rd, Election Day. And then November 10th, we're not doing a show. And then November 10th, Charlie Grace, the Forever Best Friend, and holiday surprises and guests. We can't tell you who the surprise is on November 17th, but let me just say it's going to be a jolly good time.
That's right.
All right.
And Brandon, I am, yes, at Debra B on Nomads Near Me. So, yes, Joanne, hiatus, drink.
Drink, yeah, have a drink.
For those of you that have not been around
Yeah.
all the time, you
Yeah.
don't know. Whenever I say hiatus, you get to take a drink.
That's right. Take a drink.
Next, yes.
All right.
2 weeks, yeah.
So our closing show is we went to 2 campgrounds. One was Tannehill Park of some sort. It was
Hill Ironworks in
Ironworks.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
I wonder
Is it Tennessee or
yeah,
Alabama?
I wonder if the Mosses have been there. Yeah, it's in Tennessee.
Okay. I thought it was Alabama. There's a Tannehill somewhere in the south
Tannehill
that
Ironworks.
is an
Park.
Ironworks, and it's an old Civil War factory. of some
you
sort.
can walk around and see where they made cannons there. That's why it was.
Yeah, really cool, really cool. Anyway, an amazing Halloween. So people would seasonal, I guess. They would just go there for the month or more, and when Halloween's coming around, they start decorating, and it was crazy. And then we went to another one that was up in the
Virginia
northern there, Virginia.
On the beach, Virginia Beach.
Yeah, Virginia Beach. And it was a similar deal. So we've got just a few pictures. This will be a really short outro. A few pictures from those. And we wish you a happy and safe Halloween.
Everybody's saying they'd rather watch us next week than the election.
Well, I suggested that we do some commentary.
No.
But
no commentary. No.
yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Maybe drink a little bit and have some fun. And I don't know. Maybe we'll do a surprise live.
What are you yelling, Mark?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Uh-oh. What's he yelling? So
I don't know. And Mark, your first picture was all formal, and
now he's all relaxed. Man,
Yeah.
that's
Interesting.
Okay.
We relaxed him.
Yes. All right. So thank you so much for being
the pictures
here.
are from Tannehill in Virginia of Halloween.
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks for being here. Until we can meet you and see you live and in person, we hope to see you in the virtual campground.
We absolutely do. See you around the campfire.
Hey guys, I can. I feel rude if I didn't say goodbye, so I want to make sure. You're welcome. No, you're welcome. You're welcome. It was fun. Okay. 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 Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll work on that. I appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. No problem. You may have seen, I don't know if you could see us while we still got kids, and Marissa's walking back and forth getting the kids ready. So we will. It's tiring, but we know we only get to do it once, so yeah. Will do. All right, thank you so much. All right, see you guys.